Alrighty, folks. As you know, at number 3, we had some teenagers there, about 22. It turned out to be a wild success, and I'm looking to create a track for upwards of 50 teenagers for free. I'm paying for you for free to come to the event because I want to help you see what is possible. I'm going to share with Mr. Coach Carson what I'm thinking about, the current structure of an agenda, and get his feedbacks, his tweaks, his suggestions. How you doing, Coach?
Doing well. Good to see you, Michael.
Absolutely. So, Coach, I tried something crazy in year number 3 where I said, hey, if you have any teenagers, bring them because I want it to be about them. We had 2 Gen Zs open the sessions, a 24 and 25-year-old, day 1, day 2. And then after day 2's opening, we sent them off into a private room just with it was Dylan, Cody, and Ashley, all around 24, 25 years old. And what I really liked is they were in there for almost 3 hours. I didn't expect it to be that meaningful, but it went for 3 hours, got a lot of great feedback. So next year, I want to make it more structured. So I'm working on an outline that I want to share with you. And I'm doing this because I want you to poke at it, prod it, ask questions, and frankly, make it better. Because I know you do this all the time. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. So we do have some limitations on the rooms. So we're going to have to break this up into 3 different sections. It's going to be morning of day 1, afternoon of day 1, and then morning of day 2. So this is the current structure, the current idea. From 9 to 11, Saturday morning, the teenagers will go off into a separate room, and they're going to be creating a vision board. Now, the vision board is going to be structured, right? All of them are going to be the same. It's like, where do you want to live? What's the house? What's the car? What are your vacation? What's your family look like? Just all the basic stuff. Ideally, we're going to have a bunch of glossy magazines, car magazines, house magazine, fitness, or just a bunch of there so they can cut up and get crazy with it. We'll probably also have some printers so they can go online and print if they're more comfortable. But basically, day 1 morning is, we'll probably have somebody open with, who's kind of done there, had a vision board and achieved the nice cars and, has got some swag with them. And then basically it's help inspire the kids to think big. Then day 2 in the afternoon, probably for 1 hour, we're going to take those vision boards again and then try to estimate what they cost, probably maybe per year, per month. I don't know how we'll do that, but basically what's it cost. And then Sunday in the morning, we're actually going to try to make the connection by playing the cash flow game, the board game from Robert Kiyosaki. Likely going to have to get members to bring the board games. We'll probably need 10 in the room. But the whole idea is to give them something they can take away. Also, we'll be creating what's called a 1-pager. Like, these are the things we hope you took away from these 3 sessions. We're also going to give that 1-pager to their parents so they have topics to talk about. But that's the rough idea I'm playing with. Poke at it, ask questions. Let me know what you think.
I love it. Gosh, I'm trying to think of some feedback to give you constructively, but I really like the beginning with the vision, breaking it down into what the vision will cost. And then I'm a big cash flow game fan. I've played that. I have 2 teenagers. So my younger daughter, she's okay with the cash flow game. Her attention gets a little distracted.
How old, just so I know?
I'm a 13 and a 15-year-old.
All right, so yeah, okay, 13.
Yeah, but we've played cash flow game, and I find that to be really, it has enough detail, has enough meat in there that you really do learn the concepts. I find it very, very applicable to the real world, and yet it also it takes that vision idea and it teaches you some of the skills of how to do it on. So I find games to be excellent for any age, but I think my teenagers would really resonate with that. I think getting physical and cutting out stuff in the first session is helpful because then you're participating. You're not just sitting there. I think just sitting at a lecture, listening to people in a room, X that off the list. You got to have something you're doing and participating in. So I like, those are all the points I really like. I think the only, something about vision. I did make a vision board when I was in my early 20s, and it was very helpful. And I did the cars, I did the house, so I think that's great. I would also just offer to think a little more broadly about a vision board and to think about, what kind of person do you want to be? Like, I find that to be even more inspiring. I don't know if I can get this so you can see it and our YouTube audience can see it. I have a a board over here. If you can see it
Oh,
way
yeah.
in the background there,
I
I
do.
I have pictures of people that I've cut out. So I have Fred Rogers, I have Walt Whitman, I have John Wooden, I have my wife and my two kids and my parents because they really inspire me. But who are
Mm,
people? You know, these people don't have to be perfect people, and there are no perfect people. But like, what
right.
people inspire you to be a better person? To maybe it's a skill they have. Maybe, you know, I have Warren Buffett on there. I think he's an excellent investor. Charlie Munger.
Mm,
I have Estee Lauder on there. I heard a podcast about her on the Founders podcast. And she's just an amazing entrepreneur, and she was so patient, and she kept at it. She had just a vision and a passion for her craft of cosmetics, and she just stuck with it, and she created this empire out of it. So who are those people? Ben Franklin, inspires me. So I look at those people and I think about that and saying that aspect of them really inspires me. And
I like
so, at least me personally, like people and your character and the kind of person you are is as exciting or much more exciting to me than just the cars and all. That's cool. Like, that's fine. I think it's age appropriate, you know, like maybe that's me maturing as a, you know,
that.
with the age I'm at. But I do think younger people too, they think about, hey, I'm a teenager. Like, who do I want to be when I grow up? And if we only give people the cars and the houses, that's going to be the thing they go after. Whereas I think what sets you apart and in my community apart too is that we're about like doing what matters, and things that
Mm,
the money and the houses and all that stuff is just a tool to get you to doing what matters. And
yeah.
if you just get to pile up the houses and the cars and all that stuff, and then you're like, all right, what now? Like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
And you haven't thought about like, who do you want to be as a person? That could be a missed opportunity, I think.
I will definitely get that added. I love that, and I love the fact you shared, you know, what you have and what you're using it for. It's always good to see somebody you look up to and see what they're really doing. So I love that. You know,
Cool.
what people inspire you.
Awesome.
I actually need to think about that. I may adopt that as well. I've actually never thought about that. When did you do that? It's pretty cool.
Um, yeah, I got inspired by another guy named Brian Johnson. He's got a heroic app, and he does a lot of he does philosopher's notes where he like talks about people and biographies. So he
Mm,
inspired me because he had a board similar to that. But I've really gotten into this biographies and
okay.
people, and so just over the years, those have been. But it was probably 3 years ago that I actually cut it out and said, who are the people and why? I think even more importantly, why? Like,
Yes.
I have Alexander Hamilton on the board, and there's parts of him I'm like, you know, if you ever watched the play about Alexander Hamilton, a Res biography, you're like, you know, the guy was a pretty troubled, in a lot of ways, like a troubled person, but I'm really inspired by him because early in the United States, he was a intellectual thinker. He set the tone among he had a couple other people, like they were the ones who kind of created. There was a vacuum of ideas, and like they were the ones who stepped up and said, here are the ideas that matter. Here's the framework. Here's the things we should be discussing in the early United States. And I find that really
Mm,
interesting. So I've kind of translated that to my own community, saying, you know, what are the ideas that matter in our community of Clemson? And I'm trying to be, you know, inspiring or inspiring other people to participate. So those are just an example. Like, I take that one idea from a person who I've studied and thought about and try to translate that to my own life. Like, how can I be more like Alexander Hamilton in that aspect in my life? And how can I be more like John Wooden, like for my coaching and
yeah.
teaching? I very much try to channel John Wooden, because just the
Best,
fundamentals, the
best,
details,
best
you know.
college coach ever.
Yeah, I find him so inspiring, not only as a coach, but also just you look at the character of the person and what they're all about, and how there's different kinds of leaders. There's the
Yeah.
Bobby Knight basketball coach, which he was a good coach too, but he was more of a dictator leader, whereas John Wooden was hey Mike, your potential is up here, and yet you're playing right here. Like, let's go. Like, you have a gap between who you could be and who
Yeah.
you are. And he was very fierce about that, but his teams like always like we're trying to reach their potential. So I find that very so those are specific examples. I think you could take every aspect of your life and make a goal to study people who are doing better than you at that, and how can you, and they could be dead or alive. You know, that's the cool thing about books. There's people
Yeah.
from, you know, thousands of years ago you can study who wrote it down, and Marcus Aurelius is one for me with Stoicism. So anyway, those are some ideas that I think we can challenge people to think about.
Yeah, because when I really think about what I hope happens when the teenagers leave and Sunday's over and I'm back home thinking about the weekend, is we have 50 kids who now have thought about the life they want. They now understand what that life may or may not cost. And then hopefully they understand how to use investing to get there. And then, oh, by the way, they have a one sheet. The one sheet idea is really cool because we'll give it to the kids and we'll give it to the parents. Mm-hmm. So they have, takeaways, and they can talk about it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever is going to be on there.
That's amazing. I think I love the takeaway, the worksheet, the go home with something,
Yeah. And they'll get to take home, ideally, hopefully they don't leave them, but they'll be able to take home their vision boards, right? Fold them up, roll them up, get them on the plane, go home.
Yeah. That's exciting, Michael. What a cool idea.
Yeah. It's it just feels like this is going to be, it could be, I mean, let's be real. The chances that if it's impactful for all the teenagers is unlikely, but it might set 5 of them up on an entirely new path, and that'll be cool all by itself.
If there's 50 in the room and they're all doing that, I would vote for even higher percentage. But even if it's 5, that'd be amazing, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Any other thoughts that you've done, tried, helped to that you seem be very successful with teenagers?
I'm still in practice here, so I feel like as a dad of teenagers, I feel pretty beat down and like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I have no clue what I'm doing.
I've been there. I know what that is. My daughter's 35.
Caught me in a wrong moment, but I'm just in the mode, Michael, where I'm just like, all I can do is be present. I'm just going to be present. I don't know how to respond to these things they're doing and this other thing they're asking me to do.
6'7", 6'7".
Yeah, 6'7", whatever. My daughter just turned 15, and we got her an iPhone for the first time. We kind of like eased our way into like social media and other stuff. So I don't know. It's fun times being a parent of teenagers these days, for sure.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Coach, I appreciate you, man. You're always there for me. Thank you for letting me, brainstorm with you. Thank you for making this better. I love that idea of adding, who inspires you. I think that's a nice tweak. Because again, you're right. If you make it all about stuff, that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to make you have a great life. And a lot of that is who you want to become, not only what you want to have. Yeah,
100%. Happy to brainstorm anytime. Thanks for what you're doing, and congrats on the event. Heard so much good feedback from the people I know who went, and it's you're setting a really high bar. So thanks for what you're doing.
We're trying. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. See ya.